Hey everybody, let me talk in this video about lists and tuples in Python. So let me start by creating a new file here. I would just name it list or tuple. First, let me start with tuple. So because it should be tuple in this way, should be easy. So to define tuples mean you have number of elements. I want to define it. I have number of age for number of people. So I say ages. Cool, you open a bracket, you enter the ages. For example, first one have age 22, second one is 3, another one is 45, another one is 50, another one is 99, another one is 1 year. Different ages. When you define data type as tuple, that means this data type is immutable. When we define data type as immutable, that means cannot change. So you cannot change the value of this list. You cannot add more element inside this later on. So if I say just click print, okay, ages, he will show you all the elements. If I click run tuple, he show you all the elements you have it. Here I'm printing print all element. Okay, why? Because I'm doing a print ages element. Okay. So could you add element here? Could you say here ages dot add? You cannot. Why? Because you say when we talk about tuple is immutable, so no one could add element to the variable. When you define the variable, that is, you cannot update. We will talk in details about difference between immutable and immutable variable in next upcoming videos. So just make sure when you define images, when you define anything as immutable, that means you cannot add any element inside it later on. So think about, you want to print only first and second element. How you print them? So you say, okay, I want to print from ages. I don't want to print all the element. I want to print range from first one and second one. Indexing in Python start from 0. So the index of this one will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many index I have? 0. So I start from index 0. Which index I will end up? 2. So let me run and see what I did. And we discuss this in details. So if you see, he print only here, the second printed 22 and 3. Why? Because we say ages start from 0 to 2. So he will start index number 0, he will print it. Index number 1, he will print it. 2, he will not include it. So 2 is outside. If I want to print 2 again, so I have to say index 0 to 3. So if I just say run, he say this one, 22, 3, 45. Okay? Why? Because I say start from 0, 1, 2. He will not take a 3. 3 is outside. Whenever here, this range will be not included. If I want to print only these 2, so I say 1 and 2. So start from 1 to 3. Hopefully I'm right now. Yes. So when I say 1, 2, 3, that means he will go here. He will not take 0. He will take 1 only. 2, he will not take a 3 because the 3 outside of the range. So this mean will not include this range. But here from where we want to start. Yes, this is basically how we work with tuples. What about another data type? Name it list. So let me just create a new file and talk about lists. So I will just create a new Python file. I will name it lists. What's the difference between tuple and list? If I just take same element, I have it here. I just copy this line and I want to change it from tuple to list. To change it from tuple to list, just change this bracket to this bracket. So what does it mean list? List, when you define any data type, either this means this data type is immutable, not immutable. That means we can change. That means I could go here and print all the elements like ages. That's totally okay. We talked about this part. I didn't change the file. Let me change the file from here. See, and print all the element. And I could before print them, I could add a new element to the ages. I say ages dot append. So I could append element. For example, I append 100. That's mean now what I have, how many lists I have here? If you see, first of all, I have 22, 3, 45, 50, 99, 1. If I append 100, he have to show me 100 in the end. If I just run it, you see 100. So if you see here is 100. To make it more clear, just before, print them, then do append, then do print again, ages. So if you see, if you run it, you see, first of all, you have this element, then when you append, you will have 100 appended. So you could be more clear, append element in this way to make it the screen more clear. If you see, I have this element, then I append a new element, name it 100. Okay, so if you see how I could really easy to change to append, I could to insert element in any specific place. So I say insert in like specific place. What we mean by that, mean if I have ages and I want to insert element here in the second place, just I would say insert. So he asked me which place I want to insert. Let me suppose I want to add it in the place 1. What the element I want to add it, let me say 55. Now if I say print for ages, if you see, click run again, if you see here, insert a specific place, because I give it 1, so you have to insert it in location 1. What I have here, I have location 0, this is location 1. So if you see, he take 55 and he add 55 in location 1. Then he shift all the element after location 1. Again, if you didn't understand it, so let me look through the raw tool to show you. Yes, if you see, first of all, we define our list. So here is the list and we print them. We added one element, 100. If you see, this is 100 in the list. Now we want to insert element in location 1. That means we want to insert element here. What he will do, we want to set 55. So he will take 55 and add the second element and he will shift all the element. That means this element. This is basically how you work with list. Well, the basic example, we could use it with this type of list. I will show you something. Imagine you have string, okay? And this string have welcome into Python 3 project, okay? And you want to separate the words, or in every word, you have every word in a single list item. So you say, I want to do string dot split. How you split the word? If you see how I split this word, if you see between one word and another, I have this space. Is that right? So basically, you say split by the space, basically this way. So okay, I will split the word depending on the space. Now if I just click print words, so I could show here message or words splitting, just showing message split, whatever. If I just click run, if you see, I have here word split, I have welcome into Python 3 project. If you see, he split the word. If I want just split them according this star, what I will do, I would just say according the star. How many element I will have? What do you think? Should be 2, is that right? Because before the star I have this welcome into, he have add me welcome into, and after the star I have Python 3 project. He add Python 3 project. So I want to split according space, so I would change this one to space and this one to space. That means when he go to run, he split them to the space, every word differently. So if you want to print only first word in the character, you say okay, print first one will be 0. So if you just run it again, you will see here welcome. Is that right? If you want to print, for example, from first and second and third, you say 1 2 3, 0 to 3, and run it, you see he print welcome into Python. So did you see how I was able to define my tuple and how access to the elements, then how to define list and how we could add element in the list, but I wasn't able to add element in the tuple because it's immutable, and how we could get string, specific string, and I just did split to the string depending on the space and add it in the word. So I have a number of words here, and this word will be represented as a list, so I could access to all the element. If you see them here, then I could access specific element look like tuple. And yeah, here we're done, and thank you for watching.